for about the past 4 years, maybe 5, but more so 4, Jesse Williams has been out there speaking out about our issues. And he's one of the few, if not consistent, black celebrities that is out there saying it. And this brother has a relatively young career, because I didn't know anything about this brother until I saw him in commercials of Grey's Anatomy. That's where I know him from. I've watched maybe an episode or 2 with him on there. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm ashamed to say this, that when you see usually fair-skinned or light-skinned blacks in media or in Hollywood, you don't see a lot of them out there outspoken. Now, if you do see them out there outspoken, they've been outspoken from the political realm for a long time. And a lot of times, I think they feel they have more to prove because of people like your Cory Bookers, who always talk about we can all do this all together, and then your Barack Obamas, those type of cats. You know what I mean? And I know there's been this debate over on my page a little bit, which I don't know why it's a debate, because I've always said these people are black. People quick to say, well, Harvey, you know, Malcolm X was light skinned, you know, Farrakhan was light skinned. I said, I never had any issue with light skinned blacks. In fact, people get mad because I identify them as blacks. These are black people. These have black features. This brother is a black man. This brother is, and I'm telling you, he's had the experience of the black man, because the way he speaks to the issues, he speaks as a black man. Yes, last night they showed image of his mother and father. He has a white mother, he has a black father, but I guarantee he heard nigga just as much as we have. And because of some light-skinned or mixed ethnicity brothers and sisters out here playing both sides or using their skin tone to get ahead, people like Jesse had to prove themselves a little bit harder. But this brother puts his money where his mouth is, and I got to tip my hat to him, because he could be blackballed to a degree. He doesn't have a name like a Denzel Washington or a Lawrence Fishburne. Hell, he don't have a name like Wesley Snipes. You know, he's relatively a television actor. But when I saw the clip from the award show, I was impressed like you wouldn't fucking believe. Because in that speech, he called out quite a few things. He called out other black celebrities about, y'all, you know, I'm paraphrasing, you know, with your money and stuff, get your money and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. Saying, basically, y'all got money. Everybody in that room with celebrities got money, and you're not using what God's giving you. Now, he also, like he made a comment about religion, about the hereafter, the same stuff I was saying, that, you know, we ain't guarantee it's a hereafter. It'd be nice to know that once we close our eyes and God say, okay, your time on this planet is done, you can go someplace else and live another life, but we don't know that. That's one of the greatest mysteries of our existence. I know there have been people say they've come back from the dead, but that can be your subconscious telling you that. You know, there can be a lot of things. Now when people say, are you debating where there's a Holy Spirit, is a power beyond us? No, I'm not doing that, but it's just the idea that could be. What if it's not? What if this after this is it? You know what I mean? What if this is it? But anyways, I don't want to get into that conversation because it's too morbid. It gets me thinking. But anyways, brother, he called it when he saw it. When he said to me, when he said what he said about Tamir Rice, that was powerful. He said you need to drive by and be at home in the night, eat your sandwich. He said Tamir Rice has been 14 years old. That family didn't get no justice. They went after the mother and father, person background. Cop kills them. Let's go indict the mother and father. And it was sort of, I'm glad he said that, because LeBron, you the biggest thing for Cleveland. You worried about a goddamn championship, but you said nothing when that little boy died. When his mom said something, you still ain't say nothing. But LeBron can say something about what happened to Florida in a gay club. That's glaring, folks. A lot of them blacks sit there always when they shaking nodding their head. Yeah, y'all nodding your head, but come Monday morning, y'all gonna be back to cooning as usual. Now, only one thing I disagree with Brother Williams on, that constant black celebrity male pander to black women. Look, we know our mothers, our aunts, our sisters, our grandmothers, our female acquaintances, female cousins, our fuck buddies, our girlfriends, our wives, our exes, whomever we had in our life that actually putting shit, doing shit. We get that. But brothers, you ain't got to go out there and pander like that as a celebrity. because in some backwards way you make it like it's the black man's fault. Because a lot of these females, when they hear that shit, they think, oh, he right, girl. You saw the black woman stood up. You saw what's her name, Eva, what's her name, the model stand up, and they cut to the black woman in the audience. Calm down, sisters, calm down. Because y'all participated in a lot of shit that's going on in our communities now, and we seeing it. So don't get too geek. So I understand what brother was trying to do. Acknowledge the sisters out there who ain't out there cooning, but we gotta be careful. It's very nuanced. I just want to put that out there. Now, before I go on, before some sister, you're attacking a black woman. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. But anyways, brother laid it out there, and you can't deny that he wasn't calling speaking truth. He called out Black Hollywood too. He called Black Hollywood out, and I think it went over some of people's heads. Because black folk, because he said it's not about that money. Let me see if I can get some of that to play. Because I really think some of y'all need to hear this, because this is deep. This is deep.
2016 BET Humanitarian Award presented by State Farm, Jesse Williams.
Peace. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, BET. Thank you, Nate Parker, Harry, and Debbie Allen for participating in that. Before we get into it, I just want to say, I brought my parents out tonight. I just want to thank them for being here, for teaching me to focus on comprehension over career, that they make sure I learn what the schools were afraid to teach us, and also to thank my amazing wife for changing my life. Now, this award,
got a beautiful sister, got a beautiful woman.
Organizers all over the country, the activists, the civil rights attorneys, the struggling parents, the families, the teachers, the students that are realizing that a system built to divide and impoverish and destroy us cannot stand if we do. All right? It's kind of basic mathematics. The more we learn about who we are and how we got here, the more we will mobilize. Now, this is also in particular for the black women, in particular, who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will do better for you. Now, what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours.
That sounds very Malcolm X, very Nation Islam, man. Very Black Panther.
I got more, y'all. Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television, and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt. Now the thing is, though, all of us in here getting money, that alone isn't going to stop this. All right? Now dedicating our lives to getting money just to give it right back for someone's brand on our body. When we spent centuries praying with brands on our bodies, and now we pray to get paid for brands on our bodies. There has been no war that we have not fought and died on the front lines of. There has been no job we haven't done. There's no tax they haven't levied against us, and we've paid all of them. But freedom is somehow always conditional here. You're free, they keep telling us. But she would have been alive if she hadn't acted so free. Now, freedom is always coming in the hereafter. But you know what, though? The hereafter is a hustle. We want it now. And let's get a couple things straight. Just a little side note. The burden of the brutalized is not to comfort the bystander. That's not our job. All right, stop with all that. If you have a critique for the resistance, for our resistance, then you better have an established record of critique of our oppression. If you have no interest in equal rights for black people, then do not make suggestions to those who do. Sit down. We've been floating this country on credit for centuries, yo. And we're done watching and waiting while this invention called whiteness uses and abuses us, burying black people out of sight and out of mind while extracting our culture, our dollars, our entertainment like oil, black gold, ghettoizing and demeaning our creations, then stealing them, gentrifying our genius, and then trying us on like costumes before discarding our bodies like rinds of strange fruit. The thing is that just because we're magic doesn't mean we're not real.
Now, you know what he meant by magic don't make me real? You can look at it two ways. The magical Negro, they say exists like, you know, that golden black person they go pick up. Sort of like what they tried to make Dr. King into. Or is he talking about because our creativity doesn't mean that we don't have feelings? So you can look at it in various different ways. But when he said that about the brands, this is why y'all never see me talking about brand. Hype up. I'll talk about the ills. I tell y'all that these companies that we go spend money with don't have no business in our community. Apple don't have an Apple store in our community, but blacks got iPads, iPods, iPhones, Apple this, Apple that, but they'll give it to a foreigner to say, well, you want our subsidiary authorized vendors. Black folks buy cars too, but the car dealerships are pretty much non-existent in predominantly black communities. At one time, you had Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Ford, Pontiac, Chrysler, Dodge, Cadillac. I can go on with the different car companies. Now I'm out of business, but you get what I'm saying. At one time they existed in our community. Restaurants that most people take for granted are sitting there in a restaurant. How many Denny's are predominant in our communities or IHOPs? How many mom and pop greasy spoons are in our neighborhoods anymore? Dick Van Dyke, now he's not a black man. This man is 90-something years old. He talks about how in schools, in black schools, this is what he said. They taking things out of our schools. They was doing that when our parents was kids. They took, by the time we got to school, there was no wood shop. There was no culinary things, no those trades, no teaching how to work on electronics. They took that shit out for a reason, and they made sure suburban schools, because that was the thing that one time black folk, we knew how to do things with our hands and be creative at the same time. Why do you think they don't want to talk about the black men and black women that built these infrastructures to these cities? Why do you think they edit certain videos? I ain't gonna lie, when I was a kid, I just think these buildings that we live in or drive past was nothing but foreign-born white folks that built them. That's not true. A lot of these white men and white women who are our parents' age or our older aunts and uncles, or even our age, they had black women who was not their mothers, taking care of them. When I head up on the north side every now and then, I see these black women, some from the United States, some from other parts of the world, pushing little white kid strollers while they mama and daddy go off to work and make their living. These women are taking care of these kids. These kids' first interactions are with black women. And then some of these schools, they got a black coach or a strength conditioner or whatever, or they got that black kid that's a star and got them championships and shit. But, well, you don't have the grades to break in this school. Or if he's gonna be a star, they say, you know what, it was cool while he was in high school, but there's too many of them niggas getting popular. So we need to dial it back. Say that he raped you, or Kevin caught him doing something stupid. See, this is the shit that Jesse and so many of us have been speaking about. But Jesse, he has a lot more to lose. He doesn't have a name like Jamie Foxx or Morgan Freeman and these other cats out here. He's a television actor. We see television actors come and go. This brother should be getting parts left and right. But then you never know. This brother might run for office, or he might say, "Fuck, I'm gonna be an activist. Acting is just a job that I have to do to pay the bills." And I want to talk about something else, and I think I mentioned beginning of this about skin tone and stuff. We in the black community had to be very careful not to get in this habit of saying because somebody pigment is light that they always are leaning for white. Or we assume they biracial. I mean, in Jesse's case, technically, yeah, he's a mix. But when you look at him, you see those black features. Even though his skin may not be as dark, he still got brown skin. He still got the hair texture of a black man. They showed the image that he looked like his daddy, and I guarantee you, Jesse had he had experience at a young age. Let me tell you something. The black man is this vocal about things publicly. That means we had some experiences that it affect us to a degree. Like a lot of people say, what triggered me? Yeah, I say that Bethany Starr thing triggered me to do videos on YouTube, but I was already in the know. I was already in the know about what's going on around us because I've been always speaking out. Usually, but I thought about it. I was doing it to my detriment almost to a degree because I was the only one speaking out. And maybe that's probably why God has blessed me to get to this point, because when I see wrong, I call it out. I'm telling y'all, we got to encourage those brothers and sisters like this. Because there are a lot of people in our community who are tired of seeing our people go through bullshit. They're tired of our people being misused. I ain't gonna lie to you, I turn on TV and I shake my head. I sit there and I'm like, what is it gonna take for us as black folk to stand up and say enough is enough? I mean, seriously, when are we going to say enough is enough? You heard what brother said. He said, we got to stop. We got to stop letting people get away with stuff. Stop letting people use us, manipulate us. What bothers me is that we have allowed this type of hatred towards us to go on for so long. It has become generational. We pass that pain on and on and on. And people get off on that. I told y'all in various videos, they can't get to the guy in the White House. Don't think they haven't tried. And don't think they won't try it as long as he's alive. Don't think they won't. This guy got a White House. Don't think they won't try it, but they will. But because they couldn't get to him, they said we can get to the everyday black person. So Trayvon Martin, Rakia Boyd, or even the hundreds of blacks or thousands of blacks have been murdered since Mr. Obama's been in office. Those are proxies. Ask yourself, why is it that when blacks start saying Black Lives Matter, people across the country got pissed off? How dare you say your life matter? How dare you think of yourself in a positive way? How dare you want to be treated as a human being? When Jesse gave that speech, he wasn't talking just to everyday brothers and sisters. He was talking to Hollywood. He was saying that you guys have been blessed to have it. He said it ain't just about the money. He said it's not about the money. They can take that shit away from you at any moment if they truly want to. Talk to Mr. Cosby. I bet you Bill Cosby wish he can go back in time and tell himself, hey, don't take no pictures of them females. Don't hire that motherfucker to work for me. Look how last week they came out and lied, and the people was reporting it about Michael Jackson. And we like, wait a minute, all those things that we knew before, those are lies. Look how they've been bringing up O.J. Simpson lately because they know he's up for parole. They know he shouldn't have been in jail from the jump. But they said that nigga got to pay for something that he didn't pay for 20 years ago. We have to call out the bullshit while we can. When he called out religion, I don't blame him. He says a hustle. The hereafter is a hustle. We don't know if we close our eyes for that forever that we gonna go some afterlife. Why not have it when we're alive and know that that we can enjoy it? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and risk saying I'll wait till the afterlife to have my reward. A lot of our people I want y'all to think about something. All the brothers and sisters that were in bondage. Let's just say it's not an afterlife. They was lied to. They went along with something just to keep them docile. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna have somebody tell me, Brother Harvey, you may not be able to get this in this life, but wait till that bullshit. I haven't had anybody come back from the afterlife and say, oh, it's better on the other side. And even the people that buying that shit ain't rushing to go up because they have reservations too. We gotta stop letting people do whatever they want to do to us and manipulate us. We gotta stand strong. Look, I don't hate people just to be hating somebody. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I know that white people come to my channel, trolls, pretending to be white or whatever, saying that I'm anti this, I hate this person. Let me tell you who I hate. The motherfucker that wanna join white supremacy. They want their term at the plate. They want to be able to beat us verbally, physically, and mentally. Those are the people I hate. I don't hate somebody just because. And it's amazing that black folk, it's amazing that my father and his siblings, or my mother and her siblings, or other relatives, didn't teach us to hate somebody. Because I'm going to tell you, we probably might be the only group of people on this planet that have a right to hate people. I mean, I want you to think about that for a second. They purposely miseducate our people. They put our people in jails for crimes a lot of us didn't commit, or they find the weakest link and they exploit that. And those of us who know the game, they look at us as a threat to their power. But the thing is, I'm not trying to take nothing from you. All I'm saying is treat me and my people like human beings. And that's what Brother Jesse was saying. But Jesse said he's basically telling us, snap out of it. The same thing, the same shit. He said, no, we need to change how the structure in this country is. And we got the power. The problem is we don't know how to use it. And let me say this again. And I'm glad he said something about don't tell us how much progress, or don't let somebody tell you we can't do something. Get the fuck out of here. Let me say this to these brothers and sisters. I keep talking about I ain't voting. Look, I know we got 2 presidential candidates and I ain't feeling. We know what Hillary Clinton is on. We know what Donald Trump is on. But I tell brothers and sisters, this ain't the time to do a protest vote at this point. This is not the time. I mean, you vote local is more important than your national vote. But I want y'all to understand something. We have to be vocal. We have to push back. We gotta care enough about ourselves and our community. Let me tell you something, Brother Jesse, he's taking a big risk because he's in the industry that a lot of blacks are not getting jobs a lot in the first place. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Marvel has been casting their movies, right? Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm still surprised Morris Chestnut ain't been casting anything. That shocks me. Or maybe they might think he's too old, but I don't know. But this brother right here, he ain't been casting shit. DC Comics ain't casting shit. Wonder why? Because he's seen this too too hot to him, too political. Cause he might go pick up on something. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Let me be honest with you. I'm just thinking out loud. Or maybe at that time he wasn't available. When they was casting a replacement for Terrence Howard, couldn't they went to his brother? Nothing against Don Cheadle, but I mean, I'm just thinking maybe he's too political. But then again, some brothers and sisters they ain't thinking about fortune and fame like that. Acting just his day job. But this brother's been speaking out, been eloquent in his speech. He's been out on the front lines. He's gone on CNN. He's checked the many brothers and sisters on CNN. He ain't checked the many coon. Go look at his speeches. Look at his debates. Everybody gave him a humanitarian award. Now people saying BET, man, of all places getting awards. I ain't gonna knock on this one. They got it right for this brother. And like I said, for those of us skeptical about somebody of mixed ethnicity or like, I'm just being honest, this brother got a list of things he has done and said. He's went out there on the front line, so I ain't gonna judge his loyalty to the community. Because he spoke as a black man last night. He didn't him and high. He called out the power structure. He called Black Hollywood out. He called Black church out. He called the black community out, saying, yo, we had to do some things different. Don't let these people get away with telling us how we should think. Don't let somebody tell you to pray or stand down, and then our situation get further and further worse. I thought it was a great speech, and we need more black men in the public eye doing that, because I'm telling you, they can influence a lot of things in our community around the globe instead of putting out these negative ass images of black men.